We're going to have a look at the tooltip element included in the OctoMono app. So first we'll drag a element on the page. I already got my element here, and then we will access the dashboard. We will click on the tooltip element. And you can see in the left sidebar you got your settings, where first of all you need to include your tooltip text and then your URL. You can also see that there is an option to select the dark theme or to conserve the link. So first of all, I'm just going to include an informative tooltip, so including some information. The URL is not that important at that point, but still include your own domain name. So I was creating something small with some text about chocolate, and they're talking about Mexico, so I'm gonna take some additional information about Mexico and put it right here. And then once you created your tooltip, all you need to do is copy the tooltip. You will also see that there is no save button for this element. This is because there is no reason to actually save an element for this. Do note, however, that each time you try to access it again from the dashboard, this specific tooltip will be gone. But having a look at the few settings it got, it's not something that will take a long time to set up. So I'm just going to copy the tooltip. And once it's copied, you just click on done and you go back to your editor. So how do you assign a tooltip to an element? You can assign it to any element that can contain a link, which means like some text, a part of a text, an image, a button, and so on. So I was telling you before that I was going to highlight the Mexico part here and include some additional information. So what you need to do is you need to click on the Weebly linking tool, and then under website URL, you just paste in your link that in the tooltip link that you just copied. This you can uncheck it. It depends. Whenever we'll look at this later, when you want to include and preserve the link. So now that we created the link, you can see in your editor it will be highlighted as a as a link text, making it more clear. However, when we are going to have a look at the live site, so let's publish 1 second. If it publishes, all right, and then refresh the page. Now you can see here, modern day Mexico, you can see that the link has actually been removed. But when we hover it, you can see that information we included becomes visible. So the tooltip becomes visible. So in case you want to make that stand out a little bit more, all you would have to do inside your editor, like that, is to highlight it. And then you can, I don't know, like specify a color or something, or make it bold or underline it maybe. So then when we go and have a look and refresh again, you can now see that our tooltip, our element has become more standing out. So now let's have a quick look on how we can link an element or we preserve the actual link. So let's copy, for example, to Wikipedia, to this article, and let's include some links. So again, going back to the dashboard, we select our tooltip element again, and we need to include the actual link we just copied from the address bar, so that will go to Wikipedia. And now we will include our tooltip text, something like learn more about chocolate or something like that. And now we do need to make sure that we conserve the link, and we'll select the dark theme for once as well. Like this, we can see this. So again, we copy the tooltip, and then we click on done at the right top, which will take us back to the editor. And then you can see we'll, for example, link an image like that, and we will maybe select a piece of text again, just like that. And then we can include the button as well. Okay, and we will publish now. Go back to our live site, refresh, like this. And now you can see that our link has become visible actually, not like the informative link anymore. And the image, when we hover the image, you can see that it also has a tooltip, and same goes for the button. And now whenever clicking on this, you can see that here when we click on the Mexico one, you can click on it but nothing will happen because we are not preserving the link. This is purely informative. So now when we click on this, we will be taken to the actual article. Same goes for the image and the button, of course.